We are recording, we are streaming. Hello! Welcome to tonight's episode of the Epoch Safeguard. Where a bunch of us non-professional, non-acting people get together and play Dungeons and Dragons. Don't you love that enthusiasm? Can you feel the hype?
I'm cheering, but I'm also in a hotel with a roommate, and he's watching TV.
All right. Hello, roommate. All right. So pretty much, quick recap. Let's see. You guys all left the little bubble of that resistance camp that you had found, and there were a couple of large creatures that were coming towards the bubble that you were all hiding within, and a Dragonborn, a golden Dragonborn, came out of the darkness bubble of the resistance camp and somehow convinced these large creatures to go 200 feet to the south or something along those lines, after quickly realizing that it was just a matter of time before they probably caught on to the hijinks. You guys all decided to skedaddle and head westward throughout the woods. Where we last left off, let's see what to say here. You guys need to decide where to go. You have 5 days left-ish for Esbjorn before the raised dead option becomes obsolete, and you need to go up to the next highest level, or the next higher power. It is 7:30 in the morning, so I'm assuming everybody got their long rest and did their spells and whatever. And the sky is very red, as you know, the sun rose in the morning, which is usually for the nature people, and Haji would know this from spending so much time on the water, that red sky in the morning, sailors take warning. So there's probably going to be some kind of nasty weather coming through. And with that being said, what would you all like to do?
I am thinking that there is a nasty weather that is going to be coming through.
Then we better hurry back to the camp.
All I know is I do not plan on having another situation where we are walking through the rain. That was not fun.
I shrug. It's just rain. Which way was it to the camp again?
Which camp are you trying to go to?
The one where the cleric is.
He told us several times that he cannot help us.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I feel like the cleric option is, not really on the table anymore. At least with that one.
I just find it hard to believe he's the only cleric they have around.
I mean, at that camp anyway.
Well, then we just have to go to Kesman.
All the way back to Kesman?
We've never been, so we can't go back.
I don't know you. Why would we go to Kesman?
I mean,
What down there?
Well, that's when you guys picked me up originally. That's where you said you were going. That was the original plan.
Well, we were planning on going somewhere near Kesmin. I lovingly refer to it as the Purple Dick.
Dun, dun, dun.
Isn't that just like about a week away on the south side?
Kesman is too far.
If we walk, yes. There is always Peleus.
Yes, it is extremely far.
What about you, Shen? You know any other places?
Turn
His
around, he's
silence
gone.
is gold.
His actions speak louder than words.
I'm just saying this group has the worst luck with finding people. We had an orc that went away. the Dragonborn.
Well, I mean,
Panda.
he did mention some pretty nasty weather too. So, I mean, unless Tyler knows how to get in touch with him to figure out if he still has power.
Messaged him on Facebook, but
Yeah,
that's
okay.
about all I can do right now.
No worries.
Oh, okay. No, his power is out. He just messaged me back.
It is out? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, hooray for weather.
Well, there is some information that I have. That's not him. I don't even know his voice yet.
Hello, random voice from the sky.
Hello, well, I mean, he mentioned, I guess he'll say something like, what was the question again?
If you knew any other place besides Kesman.
It's probably the closest, safest bet that he can think of.
Okay. But what about the closest unsafest bet?
Well, the closest unsafe bet is Peleus because
That
of
is
my.
extremely unsafe.
Well,
I do
he did
have a
overhear.
connection.
He did overhear some talk about, from the resistance about attacking a place north of Peleus, which kind of acted like an outpost and stuff. But there's too many orcs there. Attacking that place would probably lead to certain death.
That sounds like a plan. For
Certain death? What else is new?
we have escaped death before. This is nothing new.
I don't know, but we better figure it out soon. Because this weather's going to be upon us.
So do you really want to drag Esbjorn into the middle of Palius so we can just...
No. Oh, what I need to do, and I explained this before, you let me go into Peleus alone, with like infiltration skills that I have, recently come across. And yes, I can do this. I can go try to reach my very, very friendly connections there. And yes, when Hasjhad says very friendly, he's definitely like looking around, avoiding eye contact with everyone, but specifically Arvi.
Yeah, and I'm trying to catch it, because I know. Hasjhad.
Yes.
Are you going to... How friendly is this very friendly friend of yours?
Oh, friendly, like, we might go out for a mead.
Is that the friend that wants your tail?
Oh, God, I told you about this. Yes, that is the guy.
The guy that wants your tail, yes.
Literally.
Sounds like a friendly thing to do.
And how will he be able to help?
I'm going to be really honest. I have no clue.
For what other purpose do you need to see him, Hasjhad?
Things about Jalina, talking about how great she is, and
I bare my fangs.
I'm just kidding with you. Calm yourself. No. I feel like going to him would get me closer to having a vehicle of sorts, be it land or water. But
How long do you think a ship would take to get to Kessman?
I am not sure.
And with the upcoming weather, is this the best course of action, truly?
To be honest, no smart sailor goes on the sea of any kind in weather like this. But I am not a smart sailor.
Duly noted.
I am not a smart sailor either.
Well, that's all fine and nice. I guess I really don't care if you get your tail taken away or something, but
I do.
I don't.
I do not.
However, if that's not
I
going to help
Hunger for this.
us for his tail,
No, to see someone else take his tail.
Oh no, another one.
right? All I'm saying is that if that's not going to get us any closer to finding a cleric, I think it shouldn't be our primary option.
I agree.
My one concern is if something happens to you while you're in there, Hasjhad, we're out here unknowing of it.
Yeah, we don't get to watch.
Okay.
Wow.
Holy shit. Oh man. That was harsh. That hurt a little bit.
Assassin.
That hurt a little bit.
Throwing daggers.
What was I saying? Well, all right. So, if I go in, hold on. Let me try to remember how infiltration expertise works. 7 days. Shit. Okay. If I go in, right, I would have to lie my tail off, because I feel like a true infiltration will not work properly. However, keep in mind this is an entire city that is run by followers of Jelena. I look like a follower of Jelena, let's be honest. Also, I have this, and I take out the symbol of Jelena and show the class.
Is everybody familiar with what that looks like?
Yeah, I think
Yep.
so.
Should be in the handouts.
Hmm.
I think so. Not for me. Unless it's in the campaign notes.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. Yep. It'll be on probably the first page. Oh no.
Age
the
of
third
Entry.
page 3.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh yeah.
I know it well.
Oh, and I have the really cool mask that none of you like.
I frown.
I didn't say anything.
That Flint likes.
Where did you get that?
Off of the body of one of those
No,
guys.
no, not the mask. I know where you got the mask.
He is a follower of Jelena. Does it not surprise you?
Okay.
I don't think that's the case.
Okay. So remember that one time when we found all that really cool stuff and there were actually 2 symbols of Jelena?
Uh-huh.
No.
Well, I I may or may not have taken one. So, okay, alright. Okay, I will tell you what my plan was. It was supposed to be for when we got to the Purple Dick. I was going to show the symbol, give you guys over, try to find the egg, and then break you out of prison that you will most likely have been in. Because I would have had to say, no, don't kill them.
Well, that doesn't sound like a very good plan at all. Well, let's try it in Peleus. Give it a test run.
No, we're not doing that in Peleus.
Well, I feel like if it would work anywhere, it would be Peleus.
Prisons can't hold me, so
Well, the only reason that the prison didn't hold you is because, hello.
because I can turn into anything and sneak away.
Oh, that is true. That is true. You did become a really, really spotted, snake. That was weird.
So you really want us to go along with this makeshift, glued together idea of yours to get jailed, just so you can have your little escapade with your old friend that wants your tail, and
No.
go worship Jalina at some temple, and
This would ultimately help all of us. It gets us to Casmin a lot quicker.
how quicker?
How quick?
What are you trying to do?
Essentially, essentially the plan for me is to try to get a ship so that we can sail from Peleus to Casmin.
Where are you berthing from Peleus? Like you getting a ship in
Yeah.
Peleus and then going to Kesman from there?
Yeah.
All right. Assuming.
Why does this response
You
make it sound
find-
unlikely?
Well, no. I mean, I'm gonna do some math. Assuming you find a boat that's small, so that way you don't have to worry about it being crewed.
Yeah.
Correct. Looking at. I mean, it's about 155 miles, give or take. If you kind of hug the coast, and you could do about 30 miles a day, probably, give or take. So
That's no good.
Yeah, so you're looking at 5 days. I mean, whether you go on foot or by sea, I mean, because there's a road, it's gonna pretty much be just a tiny bit faster, if that.
Yeah.
So give or take.
Seems like our only option is to find a cleric immediately close by in one of these 2 orc-ridden cities.
We're picking our poison, I suppose.
At this point, it almost kind of speaks for itself. It's like, do we go to the one city that can do us no good, or go to the other city that might get your friend the cat killed? It's like
Let's go to that
The
other
one-
city.
Yeah, that
No.
would sound fun.
it's almost ironic that I am said cat, and I am the one that's trying to go to said city.
Wait, you're a cat? I thought you were Tabaxi.
Our people are, similar in stature.
Well, you have 9 lives. It should be okay then.
Oh,
No.
well, I've used several. Let's be honest. I had a mishap with a box once, twice,
Oh, I
3 times
thought you
actually.
weren't. I thought you weren't telling anybody about that.
Oh, damn.
From what Shen said, the city to the north is certain death. Casman's too far, so we need to find a way to get into Peleus,
the city to the north is certain death for all of us.
Yes.
Peleus is, like a maybe for me.
Yeah, and then we just trade one life for the other.
No, what I said was,
Maybe Hasjhad dies. Maybe he joins his people.
if we attack the post to the north, it's certain death.
Damn it, Shen. Make up your mind.
Well, I heard there's at least 80 orcs up there.
That is a lot of freaking orcs.
You're telling me.
Either way, we're sneaking into a city, it looks like.
Like I said, picking our poison.
All I'm saying is I have escaped. Oh no, not this one. I escaped from Kesmin before, not this one. I don't know this actually.
Let's take a vote.
Let's just go to Peleus, please. It's like, have you ever spent like 5 minutes and felt like it was like an entire 4-hour session?
No, never.
Well, you guys have been talking for about half an hour.
I vote Peleus.
Peleus. For different
Peleus.
reasons.
Well, I guess that outnumbers us then.
Oh, I don't get a vote. I'm not going to vote to save a party member I don't even know. It's not my position to say.
It's funny because you're the one that talks about saving him the most.
Well, somebody has to, because it seems like it's forgotten sometimes.
So, all right. I guess Peleus it is.
Second part. A plan, I guess. A for sure one.
All right.
We go to Peleus.
What is yours?
No, I wasn't saying, I was asking.
Oh,
We go to Peleus.
That is the plan.
we've gotten past that already.
Oh,
That's why I don't know why we're saying it again.
Well, we can walk and talk while we discuss this. Let's go.
yeah, let's go.
All right, so Shen, I realize I'm new here, but if attacking an outpost with at least 80 orcs is certain death, you think the entire city is going to be safer?
Well, I choose to trust Hasjhad and his
I have
contact.
That's why you don't get a watch at night.
It's true.
strangely enough, like it's weird because I feel like I can trust him, but that tail thing is just really messing me up. I've grown quite attached to it, if you catch my drift.
Quite literally.
Off we go. Lead the way.
So is the entire city of Peleus just completely overrun with Jalina and orcs?
Yes.
I don't live there, I don't know.
Neither do I.
For the most part, yes.
Are there no pockets of resistance within the city?
Everybody looks at shit.
There might be a few, in there, but nothing that I know of.
Is it possible that the Thieves Guild is attempting to aid the resistance, or are they aiding in support of Jalina?
I have no idea. I don't deal with thieves' guilds.
You would think that as a member of the resistance, you would look for all possible avenues.
I mean, that sounds fair, but I've only been with them for about a year or so. I don't know too many of their inside details.
We're going to have to talk to your upper management at some point.
I'd say.
Seems like Notbard had a better understanding and grasp.
Speaking of,
Where the hell did he go?
We left him.
Indeed.
Oh yeah, that's right.
he went after his rabbit.
It's Cooney.
Yeah.
Didn't
We
you
said
guys
we were late,
cast?
but we left.
Didn't you guys cast Pass Without Trace too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For part of the journey, yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not finding us. He might be dead. Who knows?
I mean, he did run in the direction of the giants that were looking for food.
Well, he's been able to stay alive so long, so I'm sure he's found his way out.
We only have a few more days before we won't be able to find a cleric that can help.
At least not as easily.
At least not at his current level.
This is not what we're talking about.
No. If anything past 5 days, I can no longer be of assistance. It's out of my price range.
There's something I can do, but it would change him.
No, we don't want that. Look at him. He's big and decomposing and fluffy.
I'd rather his gods bring him back. But I will if I have to.
How would you do that?
By summoning the spirits of the forest to take his body back. He will be reinfused with his mind, but his body will be different.
Oh,
How much does that cost?
There are a lot of complex components that go into it. I feel like in Peleus I may be able to find some of those components. If I spend enough time, I could possibly bring him back.
Well,
I've
this
never performed this ritual.
is reassuring.
Not for me.
I was being sarcastic.
I do not understand.
What would do?
At least if going to Palace would give us a second option in case the first one fails. It's looking a tiny bit more promising. Just a small amount.
We just need to sneak in, disguise ourselves, and hope for the best.
Yeah, hoping has not
Also-
worked very well.
Get used to saying, "Hail, Jalina."
uh,
Just for deception. You gotta be believable, so on our walk there, just keep saying it to yourself over and over again. It's it's
No.
it's how I
But-
say. No,
Well,
it's,
I heard that if you say her name 5 times, then she will appear in front of you.
no, you have to be looking in the mirror.
Very
to-
scary stuff. Oh,
Okay. Well, let's just
well,
start
luckily there is no mirrors.
Oh, you don't have one?
Do you?
I don't know. Do I? I forget which character had a mirror.
I do, but I'm not giving it to you.
No, Esbjorn had the mirror. I have the magnifying glass.
So as you guys are all, I mean, are you walking
think
and talking, or
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Walking and talking.
Yeah,
walking
yeah.
and talking? All right, who's in the front?
I guess me.
Our leader.
And which
Hopefully-
direction are you taking the group?
If nobody told me anything, I would have just started going west towards, back towards the river.
Okay.
Go from there.
You get survival with advantage, and it's a forest, so you get to add your bonus.
Cool. Let's see. So 18.
Okay. All right. So yeah, as you're all, walking westward, you can see like clouds starting to come up from the west side and starting to roll in from over the lake. Breeze is starting to pick up a little bit. It's about like 8 o'clock or so now. And you continue traveling westward.
So, so Flint.
Hmm.
You're an inventor, right?
I don't like to toot my own air horn, but yeah.
All right. So I have this idea. That you can have it. You can give me royalties if you want, but so it is like these things, right? Where you can have like a some sort of handle, and then when it's raining, you can open it up, and it will cover you.
They have like
okay.
parasols and umbrellas and stuff. I would assume that's out, technology-wise.
Yeah, that's already been done.
Oh, damn. All right, I will go back to the drawing board.
But none of you happen to have an extra 500 gold piece diamond laying around, do you?
No.
Oh, okay.
How are you all traveling? Like cautiously, fast?
Normal pace.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
would probably be
I would say
normal
normal.
until
Nice.
like we're a lot closer to
All right.
to what we perceive would be danger.
All right. And do you guys want to like kind of follow the edge of the woods? Do you want to stay in the forest line, or you want to kind of go where it's opening up a little bit?
I would try to stay in the forest line for as long as possible before we start seeing the river,
Okay.
just in case.
Sounds good. All right. Somebody let me get a D10, please. Anybody?
Got it.
All right. You guys all travel a little bit without incident.
Yay. No incidents at all. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm gonna change the color just so I know where we left off, but don't worry about it. As soon as it opens up. Oh, come on. Come on. Alright, roll 20's not letting me pick a different color. I'm frozen. I'm assuming nobody can hear me.
Yeah, we do. Hear
Yeah,
you.
we can hear you.
Oh, okay. Alright.
I mean, no, we can't.
We were just not responding.
No way.
We kind of all, I guess, in tandem agreed that it sounds like a you problem.
Alright, that works. That works. Okay. Alright, so yeah, you guys will get, with your collective perceptions, you'll eventually run into your old trail and head back towards the river.
That means that with Flint's 9 perception, he's
This place does not look
somehow
familiar at all.
he somehow went backwards.
That's so weird.
We had to grab his hand a few times, like this. No, this way.
Like losing your kid in the grocery store.
So you are at the river.
I will ritual cast water walking.
Cool. Yeah, I'll let you guys get that off
Hey,
without a
that-
problem. Anybody else want to do anything real quick while he's doing that?
We have 10 minutes.
No.
You have 10 minutes for water walking or 10 minutes for the ritual?
No, for the ritual.
For the ritual.
Okay, and it lasts what, like an hour?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Alright, so you do your quick little incantation and drawing out your little mathematical symbols in the air and whatnot, and you'll feel the enchantment take place. And you all
Now we
start-
gotta remember to not be on the water
Oh,
in an hour.
while he is while he's ritual casting, I want to like be kind of examining the compass again.
Okay. Let me get a navigation or survival check from you, please. Using
Okay.
intelligence for the navigation or wisdom for your survival. Why is this thing not letting me pick a damn color? That is not cool. Yeah, my screen is frozen.
Holy shit!
Wow.
Hey.
What came up? I don't even see it.
24.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Oh, natural 20. Nice. Okay. It is pointing steadily southwest. Oh. I don't know. All these lines are going to start appearing now. Okay, I'm going to reboot real quick because my time's like way behind. I'll be right back. To anybody out there in Twitch land, sometimes this happens. 420 likes to do its own thing. Take just a second to reload. Bear with us. Get this game started immediately. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Anybody? Hello? Anybody? Oh. Alright, it's coming. It's loading. Hello, hello. Miggity mic check. Hello? Oh, I heard a beep. Hello, hello? Are we back? Hello? Oh, I hear laughing. Hello?
Hi.
Oh, and that ends commercial break.
That ends commercial break. Yeah. Sorry that took so long. I don't know how long how long did that take? Anybody? Anybody knows? 5 minutes? 10 minutes? Regardless. Okay. You are crossing the river. Correct?
Yep.
Mhm.
All right. What's the general marching order?
Middle.
Me first, I guess.
Uh-huh. Who's helping you? Oh, Jules is all giggly. Did I miss something? Did you guys sass me?
You missed the
Yeah.
commercial break.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
We're
So-
selling umbrellas now.
So what is it? Jules in the middle, RV up front. Who's going to be helping RV?
I can be helping Arby.
Okay, so Dibs up front. I guess
Yeah.
Shen will
Yeah,
be
you
taking
can't
it to
hear
rear.
Eric.
Can you hear me?
Uh-oh.
We can hear you.
Who can't hear me?
Steve can't.
Steve, reconnect, please. You know, it's crazy. I called up the cable today. I was supposed to be getting like 300 megs per second. And I went to like fast.com or whatever it is, and it's only showing like between 40 and 50. So, gotta figure out what's up with that.
There he is. He
Okay. Hey, there you
fucking,
go.
restarts, but I have to reconnect. This is bullshit.
Yeah, sorry about that. Can you hear me now?
First half shenanigans.
Yes.
First half shenanigans. All right, you guys crossed the river without incident, and the breeze is picking up, and it's now starting to drizzle heavily.
Oh,
Whoop.
It's
If only we had Hasjhad.
it's like there's not like, I don't know, it's not like a lot of rain, but it's like the rain is thick, if that makes sense. So you can hear like the as the water splashes around, all the decaying leaves and rocks and other things that are littering the ground over here. And it's gonna be about, let's say 8, 9, 10. Let's say it's about like in between 10 and 11 or so.
Okay.
Okay.
In the morning?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Gonna have Mage Hand float over my head like an umbrella.
Okay.
Oh my god, that is exactly what I was thinking.
Can't use your wings to do that.
Oh man, you are a smart freaking panda. And I try to like extend my wings
Yeah, you can create like a little arch
and
over
put
you
them
or
over
something.
my head.
Yeah, it's cool, like a little hang glider kind
Hell
of deal.
yeah.
That works.
Oh, I should have thought of this before. You know what, RV? I don't want to be cured. This is really cool.
I don't even know. You know what? I'm glad they're useful.
And you got me telling you southwest, right? For the compass.
Yeah,
A very
you
definitive.
started to say that it was pointing start.
Okay,
southwest.
yeah. Okay.
Huh?
It's a definitive. It's not bouncing around as much. It seems to be like pretty southwest.
Uh-huh.
Exact degree.
No more, no less.
As opposed to handsome southwest.
With a
Is it west southwest?
Or ugly
with a natural
South
20, I was
southwest?
really hoping for for some more.
It's like 222 degrees.
Get your protractor out.
That's definitely pretty southwest.
All right.
Oh man! All right. Jinx. Yeah. I mean, Jules.
Hmm.
So I was while we were waiting for Flint to finish his ritual. I noticed that the hand on the compass was not bouncing around as much. It was pointing definitively at the southwest.
Does that seem to mean anything to you?
I am not sure, but I feel as though it is trying to take us somewhere.
Well, southwest is Testament, so I guess we can take our pick.
Well, I feel like once we get to Peleus, we can try again to look at the compass. If for some reason it is still somewhere either past Peleus or pointing directly at Peleus, we can hopefully understand the compass better.
I know. Well, you seem to know the thing more than I did, so I guess that's as good a plan as any. Still think it's gonna get us killed, but
Honestly, it seems like most everything around here will.
that is true.
Yeah.
What?
I guess just keep an eye on it.
All right, Dibs, with your high passive for scent, you can tell that, even though Shen is in the back carrying Esbjorn, the smell is starting to become fairly noticeable, even with the breeze coming from the west and, him being downwind, you can still notice it. And even with the heavy rain, it's still not deterring the amount of bugs and stuff that are starting to just, fly around every once in a while.
I'll fireball them. I mean,
What?
yeah, I'll fireball it. Every time that one fly appears, I'm just like, shoot, shoot.
Okay.
And I can also use prestidigitation to just, I guess, take care of a smell to some extent.
Okay. That'll work. That lasts for like an hour, right?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so that'll definitely help.
All right. What direction we going?
And you guys are pretty much on your old trail.
Southwest.
I'd say we should cut west a little sooner, but sooner than later. Southwest and then west. And then southwest. Does this mark a road? Is that what this kind of line that goes through these trees?
Yes.
Okay. If we can hit that road, that'll help speed up the time.
Possibly, or we could meet works up that way.
Wait.
If it's a road.
As long as there's not 80 of them, I'm okay with that.
79 would still be as bad.
That would suck, yeah.
Hasjhad,
Yes.
did you say wait?
No. That was out of game. I was.
Oh, okay.
We were trying to see. Yes, I agree. I think the burned map showed a road across this forest.
Let's. You're right, it does. So do we want to hit that? I assume we want to hit that road then? Like we're saying southwest, west, southwest.
If we can.
Alright.
Alright, so somebody draw your projected path.
I will do it. Actually, no. Let Dibbel do it. He was the one that proposed
Okay.
the idea.
Okay.
Is that about what we were thinking?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
actually the exact path that I was gonna do.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. And alright, so following your own trail back, that won't be an issue. So that'll be like an hour, and then you start heading west. That'll be like another, say, 2 hours. And then let's see what happens on the road. Okay, so you guys might actually be able to hit the walls by nightfall. Okay. Let's get a so how are you all traveling again? Stealthily, regular pace, cautious?
Regular pace. At least this is my this is my idea. Regular pace at first until we start. We have an eye on the road.
And then
Agreed.
once we get have an eye on the road and get on the road, especially, I'm gonna do pass without a trace, and it's stealthy.
Very cool. Alright, so
Or we could just walk around like we own the place, and our confidence will keep people away.
alright, Dibs, let me get a D10. Okay. Alright, you guys are, following your old trail, and then you can see, where it opens up to the west. And you change direction. So, RV, let me get a quick survival with advantage from you, please.
Alright. 27.
Nice. Okay. Let me get a D10 from you.
Alright. 9.
Nice. Alright. Alright, so you guys are traveling. It's probably about like 12 or 1 now. Heavy clouds. The rain is, it's that steady, heavy drizzle. And the wind is coming, from the west. It's strong enough to start affecting like small projectiles, so like arrows and, things like that. You find a small outcropping of trees, and you figure this might be a good place to just take a quick little rest on your travels. So if you guys want to do anything for this, little break or something.
I'm gonna look at the compass again.
Okay. It's still it hasn't like really moved.
It's still well.
Well, I mean, if you turn around, it continues to point that southwest.
Yeah, but is it? Because I mean, we in theory moved.
That's true.
A bit.
Okay, let me get another navigation check from you.
Still intelligence, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. It definitely, it's probably pointing, instead of, what was it, 222, it might be at like 219. So it did go,
Okay.
a tiny bit further south. Just a tiny, but it's still, northwesterly. I mean, not
Okay.
northwest, southwest, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I knew what you meant. Alright.
I hope you're not, like, scratching your nuts or something.
Huh?
Now, whoever was making that scratching sound. Tired of getting the scratch down instead of the mac down. Try Uzu Swazits, no more itchy balls.
Might have been me. I have sticky hands from eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yummy.
Oh,
Peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Yeah.
I ordered 5 guys.
Oh, that sounds special.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Alright, so according to the map, you guys are approximately another hour or so from the road. But during this like little bit of downtime, does anybody want to do anything?
Find some food.
yeah, I agree.
Okay. Let me get. I guess since you guys are helping, let me get a regular survival because it would be a disadvantage right now because of the weather. I mean, other than fresh water, you can find water without a problem.
You want a survival for me as well?
No, 17. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, with the moisture coming up, there's like some water that's starting to collect a little bit, in like little, depressions and whatnot, and moving logs around. There are like grubs and worms and stuff that are coming to the surface, and you're able to like pick out, a couple like little things, and there's some mushrooms that are sprouting, some edible mushrooms that are sprouting in this heavy wet weather. So yeah, you're able to find enough stuff, within that hour or so. Anybody else doing anything?
No.
No.
Oh no, they went. Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to play with the like after I look at the compass, I'm gonna play with the mask.
Okay, describe playing with the mask. What would that consist of?
Just like
Just looking
Like-
at it.
yeah, like looking at it and then like putting it on every once in a while. If somebody like looks over at me, I'll like quickly take it off.
Okay, let me get a quick intelligence check from you. Investigation, actually.
Oh, okay. Investigation.
Nice. You're looking at this mask, and it seems like it was made like from a plastic injection mold. If you could imagine, that.
Yeah.
The material itself, you can't really figure out what it is. It's not wood, it's not metal. It's not fabric. So it's like, even if but it's very lightweight, somewhat flexible, like a little tiny bit, and it's just really lightweight, and you put it on your face, and I mean it doesn't fit your face, but I mean you can still kind of put it up there, and if you just do it at a little bit of an angle and you tilt your chin up a little bit, you can kind of look down out of the eye slits, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it wouldn't cause any penalties, like mechanical penalties in game, but it definitely doesn't look like it was made for a face like yours.
Yeah.
But the design that's on it, with like the little swirls and things like that, you can feel like it's slightly raised, maybe like a millimeter or two, if that. and it's just like a really nice. It looks like a high-end, well-made mask, and there's like a very slight iridescence to it, as it shifts, like shifting in the light a little bit, but because of the cloud cover and you're in the trees, kind of like in this little crops area, it's it doesn't seem like it's as brilliant as it could be, maybe, under the ideal lighting conditions, but yeah, you spend some time looking at the mask, and that's what you glean.
And if I like mess with the not engraving, God, what's the word for when it's raised?
Oh, like embossing?
Engraved is in embossing, yeah. If I mess with the embossment, does it like come off? Or is it just an embossment on the mask itself?
You get your nail and scrape at it or whatever, and it seems like it's your clothes not doing any damage to it at all. Like the paint or whatever colors are on there are not getting scratched off. It's not like a decal where you can lift it. It just seems like it's all part of the mold or the mask itself.
Oh. Very interesting. Yep.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
So the rain is getting heavier, and the sound of the insects and the birds kind of like fade away. And as soon as I find my rain sound. There we go. Okay. Alright, so you all eat up whatever you're gonna eat. There's plenty of water that you can, like from those puddles or whatnot. It's all fresh, clean water. It doesn't seem as cold here as it was when you were further east. And you all continue. So you start making your way towards what you would believe is where the road is. And let me get a perception check from everybody. Just a regular one. Oh, what the fuck?
That's gonna be a 27.
Okay, cool. Dibs and Haji, you're able, you guys kind of like find like a little hill, in the distance, or you can see like, like where the ground is kind of elevated a little bit. And in the distance, maybe 800 feet to 1,000 feet or so, Haji and Dibs can make out what you feel is a very well-traveled road. So just under a quarter mile away, let's say. Quarter to a fifth.
It's just ahead. We should slow down. Be more cautious.
What do you see up ahead?
There is a road. It is very well traveled.
Dibbel nods.
Alright. Then from there we'll travel a lot more stealthier than we have.
Alright, so how close to the road do you want to get before you start traveling with it to the southwest?
Very soon.
Yeah.
Say again, I'm sorry?
Very soon.
Well, give me a distance, like 500 feet, 100 feet, 1,000 feet.
Like
7.
from the road, you mean?
Like 7 feet from now, or less.
7 feet?
Yeah, because if we can see the road and something comes down the road, it can then see us. So now, if something were on the road in front of us, it would potentially be able to see us.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so about a
Uh.
fifth of a mile out, you're gonna start traveling southwest. Is that what I'm understanding?
We're gonna hit the road, but pass without trace, or just do we want to like trace the road?
Yeah, don't want to be exactly on the road.
Okay, so you want to like stay 10 feet off the road, off the side of the road? Like you
Well,
mean this?
maybe a little further, yeah.
that's
Close
fine.
enough that we still have the advantage of being near the road. Because is the road surrounded by, like, as soon as you get to it, it sounds like we can see it from quite a way off. We're kind of in a plains area, right?
Kind of, yeah. Except the grass is. I mean, where you guys are now, it's kind of hilly, and like there's wild grass that's really tall. And the thing is, as you get closer to the road, I mean, the road itself is pretty wide. Well traveled. Let's see, Arvi would have probably, be familiar with these roads. Maybe not this particular one, but just like the style of road. Hasjhad would be familiar with it. And they're like usually 40 or 50 feet wide. And they're just really well made roads. Some of them, like closer to the city, might even have some stonework, instead of just dirt. But it kind of goes into like a little bit of a valley, almost like, I mean, a slight depression. Valley is like the wrong word, but you guys are at a higher elevation. Let's say you guys are about like maybe 40 or 50 feet higher than where the road is, but at a steady angle or a steady slope, so it's nothing drastic.
Yeah, I say we start moving stealthy now and get at least very close to the road.
Okay.
The whole
Yeah.
idea, though, is to travel quickly.
Which is why I'm going to enact my pass without a trace. As a matter of fact, as soon as we start moving, I'm going to cast it.
Okay, that lasts for how long? An hour?
Yep, an hour.
All right. But you're not going to travel stealthily. You're just going to go with the +10 it gives you, right?
I
that's
assume
fine.
so.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going with like passive stealth then. All right. So what's everybody's passive stealth with a +5 total?
With a +5?
Yeah, +5 total.
17.
23.
17.
18.
26.
Oh, nice. Okay, so with the exception of
Damn it.
maybe Shen, let me see what Shen's would be. I think he's wearing heavy armor, but collectively you guys are fine. All right. So you all start traveling southward or southwestward, and just somebody give me a distance again. How far off the road are you guys? 50 feet, 100 feet, 10 feet?
Like, I'd say 50 feet as long as it's easy travel. If not, we get a little closer.
Okay, all right. Sounds good.
We want to gain the benefits of the road, but be able to, like, duck and cover quickly if need be.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Understandable. Okay. You guys all make it a little bit further down the road. And in the distance, I mean miles away. Actually no, it's gonna be all foggy, so never mind. You won't see the city yet. So yeah, so like heavy fog is kinda coming in off of the lake now. You can smell the lake water. Especially the people with the higher passives. And breeze is still coming heavily across. You're all gonna continue traveling? Is that correct?
Yep.
Mhm.
So it's about like, let's say it's about like, alright, so it was gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's say it's about like 5 or 6 or so now in the evening. And let me get another. Oh, that doesn't make sense. /R1d6. Okay, nice. Yeah, you guys don't notice anything. As you're traveling, there's been no traffic coming from either direction of the road, and about, let's say, 500 or 600 feet away, you can see the massive walls of Peleus. In the distance, the tops are pretty much cloaked in fog. And Actually, that wouldn't make sense. The base is cloaked in fog, and you can see a couple of little towers, going above the fog or whatever in the distance, and you can see like a little raised area where there's a castle that sits high above the fog. And that's going to be on the southwest corner of the city. But you guys are about 500 or 600 feet outside of the city walls.
Is there anywhere we can kind of like duck and cover, like copse of trees or outcropping of rock or anything like that we can get in the lee of?
Yeah, sure, that's fine. Yeah, you find something to kind of like hide behind. That'll provide decent cover, especially with this weather.
All right. Now I've been thinking.
Oh, that's a first.
No.
Oh, no. Let's not start out like this.
Flint, you have finally started to get on my good side, and that's what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
No.
What were you thinking?
I don't think Hasjhad's idea is half bad.
It's entirely.
Oh my god.
Wow, that's surprising even to me.
I don't think you should think anymore.
Well, for him to get into the city first and scout ahead, I mean, he can get in undetected. I cannot. Unless I turn into an animal.
Well, we're not saying that he can get in undetected.
Well, he can blend in. Look at him.
I'd rather not,
Yes.
but still.
Yeah, it's kind of
Look
hard to
at
see in
him.
the rain.
And I flap my wing.
Can you point
I
it out
say-
to me?
I say, yes, look at me. And I flap.
If he wanted to go in there and meet his contact badly enough, he could do so in the midst of the night. He would not need to ask our permission or tell us his plan if he did not mean to include us.
This is very true.
I also
Don't get me wrong, I did think about it a few times.
So,
But you wouldn't.
if we can agree that Haji goes in and sees if it's even safe for us, or if there would possibly be a cleric of some sort that is not bent toward the will of Jalina.
In Palias.
Mhm. We're not the only ones who mean to strike against these. There could be others like us at any time.
Yes, but hopefully not in such a enemy-controlled territory. This is more or less their base. Like you're walking in and you're expecting just to see a random cleric that will not
I
hail to
wouldn't call him. I
Something
wouldn't
like
call him random. No, I am not random. This group is not random.
It's very random.
It's kind of random.
I disagree. We have one cause, other than Hasjhad, which I do not understand why he travels with us, but
I'm going to be honest, sometimes neither do I.
the best place to be is close to the enemy. And there will be information in Peleus, and that's the type of thing Hasjhad can get access to. Rather easily, I might
I start to
guess.
get a tear in my eye. It's like he's finally seeing my true potential. It's just like really nice to see,
It does not mean I like you, Hasjhad.
Oh, no, I would never assume such a thing.
Very well.
I think, yeah.
How much time will you need, and do you know where you'll be going to start off with at the minimum?
I'm going to say yes in game, but no out of game.
Right. The city of Peleus, it's pretty big. You know, it would take like several hours to walk across from the east gate to the west gate, and I mean not the west gate, but like where the docks are and whatnot. And that's probably, well, I mean, if you went through yeah, that would be from east to west. It's taller than it is wider. So if you went in somehow through the like a northern gate, just traveling alone, like assuming nothing stops you and like you just beeline it, it's probably going to take probably 3 or 4 hours. You know, and that's assuming that the path that you would have taken before is still even available. You know, you haven't really been inside the city since like all the damage has been done, so you don't even know what's been rebuilt or how. You know,
Yeah.
I think the person who's
But,
been
I
in
mean-
here the least amount of time ago would be Jules.
What about around the city?
But
Like-
there is a fairly decent, like, understanding of, you know, even if, let's say, you know, one block is blocked off, I might be fairly certain of how to, you know, choose another direction.
Oh yeah,
around, right?
definitely, yeah. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, you know, just walking through the streets with all the zigzagging and this, that, and the other thing, you're looking at a couple hours. If you wanted to go around, like the way Flint's suggesting, like maybe, you know, go to the
Over the-
actual coast and then like, you know, go down like the lakeside, the shoreline. From
With
where you
water
guys
walk.
are now. Let's see. I mean, you're still looking at, you know, probably take a solid hour or two.
Could be doable. Could ritual cast water walk again and have
Give
you
him that.
send it across the lake?
Just send it.
I'm going to be really honest. Like,
I mean, there's a
That,
river. There's a
you know,
river
if
that goes
I-
straight through.
if I was on the battlements of a city, and I saw people walking on the water and not going through the gate, I would be pretty concerned. I might even raise an alarm.
Or you could become a deity and get a book written about you, and
I mean, I don't know. I'm almost 33. I don't want anything bad to happen. If that's the case, you know. Wait. Oh. Oh yeah. That. Oh, that's in 10 years for Hasjhad, but almost is almost. uh. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and, you know, say my goodbyes. And
you go ahead. We'll find a place out here to set up the bubble, and if you're not back by the 8 hours are done, we'll come looking for you.
I mean, so like I'm going in alone.
Yep. See ya.
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. That yeah. That was the plan the whole time.
I squint.
So like nobody is going to come with me.
Hasjhad,
If you want somebody to be with you, but
No. I wouldn't.
I can keep an eye on you from above.
Oh, that would be cool.
I'm,
Yeah, but
I'm-
for
you know
how
what?
long?
I'm gonna grab Hasjhad's shoulders and I'm gonna look him in the eye and be like, "Do you want someone to come with you?"
Hasjhad's eyes get real wide. His mouth kind of drops open a little bit, like, 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 wow, you're really close.
I'm getting close, so you can't lie.
Yes, I will go in by myself.
I would go in. You know that, right?
Yes.
I'd honestly actually much prefer that, so I know nothing bad happens to you.
But, I mean, you don't look like you've been touched by Jelena. And I only have one symbol. And we left the other one, so, got to split the party.
Hasjhad?
Yes,
That's not really answering my question.
I know. I'm really scared.
Well, I have these two arcane focuses that we got from the Yanti. Maybe it's not necessarily Jelena, but it could be something they recognize as, allies. All hail the hiss.
Yeah, just hiss. Just hiss.
You guys ever heard of snake jazz?
None of us look like snakes. That's what. I'm just gonna go.
Bye.
Oh God. Guts.
Hasjhad, if you
Right.
want me to go, it's your last chance.
I'm going now.
If you want me to
No,
go,
no.
it's your last chance.
Screw it, I'm going.
No. You stay. I go. It's all right. I will do it. All right. All right. Yes.
Unless
all
you
right.
want to wait until
Cool.
morning.
No. I am going to go in right now.
Are you even moving?
I meant right now. All right. Okay. I turn
No.
around.
No. I'm gonna... Hold on. Can I just... First of all, roll an insight on Hasjhad right now.
Go
Just
for
to
it.
get his...
Do it.
his vibes here. 19.
What kind of vibes are you giving
God.
off?
If I was wearing cowboy boots, I'd be shivering in them.
Alright.
Like, oh shit, that's right, my tail. What do cats do when they're scared? It's really fluffy.
Yeah, don't they like puff?
Yeah. It's really puffed up.
Hasjhad, are you sure you want to do this?
Yes.
It doesn't seem that way.
I mean, I get that, but listen, the longer I postpone, the worse it'll probably be. This is a meeting that has been a long time in the waiting. All right, I'm doing it. I am going now, and I turn around and I go to the gate.
So, all right.
Like
so,
I do, I also look back a few times.
All right. So, I mean, you're like 500-600 feet away from the entrance. What's everybody doing as Hasjhad starts walking down the road by himself?
Dibbel smiles.
Oh god.
So, snake jazz? Anybody heard of it?
I start trying to find a place to set up camp for whatever short amount of time we need.
I look torn between wanting to go and staying.
This was his plan. It'll be okay.
Yes. It is
8-hour time limit. If not, we go in and we continue on without him.
Shen is like, but we have no idea where he's going.
I can follow him for up to 8 hours, approximately.
Okay.
If you can, please.
I mean, with your wisdom, if you're thinking about doing maybe a flying type creature,
Yes.
unless it's large, it's probably going to have some trouble with this heavy wind.
Yeah, I don't have a problem turning into like a large eagle again.
Okay. Okay. So, as far as making a camp, Jules, you're talking about doing your little tiny hut somewhere?
Yep.
All right. How far off the road do you want to go?
As close to a tree line as we can, just away from
Alright.
sight.
I mean, there's like little patches here and there, so I'll just find something, I guess, right? Like
Yeah, I only 10 by 10, so
Okay, okay. And you want to give me an approximate distance? Let's just assume you'll be able to find whatever it is you're looking for.
okay. I mean, just very, very away from the road that nobody could see us. Maybe like 150 feet.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. So you'll find a little, spot, 150 feet or so off the road that you find suitable. And okay. All right. So Haji, as you're walking towards the city, is everybody following Jules?
He
I'm
seemed so
trying
confident
to.
when he left.
What?
I said he seemed so confident when he left. I'm going to stay with Jules.
Okay. All right. So the group will. All right. So Haji, as you're walking towards the city walls alone in the rain, you start seeing the group start wandering off to the east a little bit off the road, and that's
But a
where we'll take our break.
Giant eagle soars above.
Okay. So all right. So you're gonna do the giant eagle, and you're gonna start. You know what? Let me get an insight check just so I know what it is when we get back, and then we'll pick up when we get back.
Who?
For Dibbel.
Oh.
Okay.
17.
It might be difficult for you to stay hidden. So that's just something that I want you to think about over the break, and then we'll pick up when we get back. So everybody out in Twitch land, we'll be back in about 15 minutes. Don't go anywhere, or if you do, make sure you come back. All right, we'll see you soon.
Hello, hello.
All right. All right. Oh, Jules is back on the other picture.
Oh no.
Okay. Steve, we're good, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Tyler?
Yep.
James?
Uh-oh. I don't hear everyone.
Oh, no.
All right. Dez? I hear Dez. I hear Tati. I don't hear James.
I don't know if he's back yet.
Me neither.
Everybody else can
All
hear
right.
everybody else? Oh, there you
Hey!
go. Okay,
Now we're good.
cool. Okay.
I still cannot hear everyone, so I'm going to reconnect really quick.
Okay. All right, Dez is reconnecting.
All right.
Hopefully that did it.
All right. Can everybody hear Dez?
All good?
Yep.
Yep. Dez, you hear everybody?
Yep, yep, yep.
I do not
Is
hear.
everybody talking? Because I hear everyone but Steve.
Okay, so Steve, reconnect.
Okay.
Steve? Steve! Second half shenanigans. Roll 20, 20, 20.
And we lost him.
And we lost it. He'll come back. Alright, so for the people with Jules. Alright, so Jules, Dez, and Flint. You're going off into the tiny hut. Dibbs, you're going to turn into a giant eagle. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's kind of foggy, right?
Yeah. It's foggy and
So,
there's a lot of rain.
I'm kind
so-
of banking on. Yeah, I'm kind of banking on the fog. Like, if anything takes too much interest in me, I can hopefully dip off into the fog and try and rely on my excellent eagle sight
Okay.
to help me keep an eye on Haji.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you.
Hey!
All right, cool.
All right. For the eagle, for Dibbs, how high do you want to be?
As high as I can possibly be and still see Haji a little bit here and there.
Well,
I don't need constant line of sight on him.
Right. 420
Yeah.
feet. I mean, the fog, it's kind of thicker on the ground. So, like, let's say 200 feet. That'll be able, hopefully you'll be able to, and that's, I don't know, it depends. All right, so how long before you turn into the eagle? Are you going to do it immediately and just go up?
As soon as he enters the city, I will, yeah.
Okay, and how long does that last per usage?
4 hours.
Holy shit. Nice. Okay, very cool. Okay, so Hajj, you eventually, you get within, let's say, 100 or 2 feet of the walls, and you can see outside of this northern road, there are a bunch of large tents that are, kind of scattered on both sides of the road for as far, as your eyes can see within this fog, which is, let's say you lose sight, of like these big, you can probably on the ground, you can probably see large shapes and stuff about 150 feet out at the most. Okay.
Okay.
You can see little fires or like the lights from fires, it's kind of randomly situated throughout this like outside city kind of deal. The population there are people, moving around, conducting their business. You see lots of wargs and horses. Some of them have saddles on them. Some of them are fully barded, excuse me, with armor. Chains and light plates. Heavy leathers, things like that. And most of the things walking around, these humanoids, they're all covered. They're all dressed in robes, but by their their sizes, you can tell that the majority of them are probably orcs or dragonborn or larger humanoids.
Okay.
And so you see that up ahead of you. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm going to cloak my wings again.
Okay.
And basically, like, walk through the try to pin the symbol of Jelena to like my chest.
Okay.
And then walk in the direction of my buddy. Oh, but we're like out. We're not even at the gate yet, right? Like I'm
Correct.
still.
Yeah, you're probably still good 100, 200 feet out, and it's like you have to walk through, all these tents, like this, tent city. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. I'm just walking through, like acting like I belong here.
Okay. Let me get a performance or deception check, your choice.
Ooh, I have a better performance. No, that's perception. Shit, I'm gonna go with deception instead.
I had a feeling.
Oh,
Ooh, whammy.
Okay.
Yeah,
What's
it's
your-
like whammy.
What's your charisma? 14, 15?
no, it's a 12 now.
12? Okay. All right. You're walking through, and you catch some eyes. Things around. They notice you. You draw attention. They don't seem to. Like nothing approaches you or anything like that. But you're breaking necks. As you walk through, trying to. Like like this is just something that you do every day.
Yeah.
You get about 50 feet from the gate, and you can see that it's open. And it's a pretty large arch. Within the wall of the city, which probably goes up about a solid 40, 50 feet up. And like there are towers that are situated, let's say every 50 feet. That go up an additional 20 or 30 feet or so.
Okay.
There are torches, and lanterns or whatever all along the parapets, along the walls. And these gates are probably 20 to 30 feet wide and about 15 feet tall. And they kind of go up to an arch. And you see a big banner hanging on the wall over the arch, and it looks like the symbol that you saw on the floor of that orc place where you guys were, prisoners originally. Where it looks like some kind of skull shape with the axes that come out behind it that kind of look like wings, almost like bat wings. Excuse me. So you approach the gates, and you see. There are, let's say, 4 heavily armored orcs with, halberds and glaives, polearms, situated on either side. And they seem very disciplined. They're standing there,
Okay.
rain's falling on them.
Give me a second.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. My bad.
All right, so back at the bubble. What are you guys doing once the bubble's up?
I get to take watch. There's only 4 of us. It's a
No,
momentous occasion.
Dibs isn't with you guys.
Yeah, we have
Oh
Shen,
yeah, Shen.
right?
I forgot. I'm sorry.
Who? No.
A strong, silent Dragonborn up there. Look at him in those rippling muscles glistening
Alright.
in the rain.
Hello.
Hi.
Shen's sitting there like, y'all motherfuckers are crazy. Can't believe you're doing this.
So I mean, what are you guys doing at the bubble? Anything special?
No, take
What's
a
your
watch.
downtime?
Do you still, Jules? Do you still have those crossbow bolts?
Yeah, I have a couple.
Would you mind if I still took them to make some arrows?
Yeah, sure. Here, help yourself. I'll
Thank
give you
you.
all 20 of them.
Thank you.
I'll give you 15.
That's fine. Whatever you want to give,
Just 15. There you go.
and I'll start trying to pop the metal part off so I can try to make something out of them.
Okay, that's cool. You start removing, the lashing that's holding them in place, and if you get a little fire going, you can kind of burn the pitch oil, or the tar that's acting as an adhesive, and start cleaning them up so you can affix them to the correct shafts and whatnot once you get them. All right, cool.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, Flint's on watch. Jules, you doing anything in particular?
No,
Okay.
nothing.
All right. So Dibs, let's say by this time, you're up in the air, and you you see him approaching the gate. He's getting really close, and you're up, in these heavy winds that are blowing, and it kind of like kicking you around a little bit. You ever been on an airplane?
Many times, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you had a little bit of turbulence, or like you might drop, 10 feet or something, and adjust, and you can see from where you are, beyond the wall of the city, and it's massive. There are rooftops, even with your keen eagle sight, there are rooftops that go for as far as your eyes can see, beyond the wall to, the south, the west of, you're facing south now. So like to the south, and like, to the west of the wall, as it, goes out towards Lake Peleus and south of the river that splits the city. You've never really seen any structure or settlement like this. And you can see fires, from like street lamps and like lanterns that are all along the parapets. Like you can see like how a bridge will have like those lights every X amount of feet on the rope at night.
Mhm. Yeah.
You can see that with like torches and lanterns along the perimeter, along the parapets of this massive city. And in the distance, like far to the southwest of the city, you can see a raised area where there's a castle, a massive castle that rests on top of this plateau or whatever within the city, and that goes above the city walls, probably let's see, the walls were like what, 40 to 60 feet, and another 30 for the towers. So the castle, the top of the castle, like the highest towers might be as high as 150 feet or so up in the air, and it's just massive. And same thing, you could see like pinpoints of little fire on different windows and ledges on the castle in the distance. And so you just kind of like floating in space, staying in one spot, adjusting to the wind, and keeping an eye on everything and watching Hasjhad. All right, so Hasjhad,
Yes.
Hasjhad, there are a couple of guards on either side, heavily armored with polearms. The gates are open, and you can see a couple of mounted orcs in heavy armor, and The armor itself that they're wearing, it looks intimidating. You know, like they have these massive spikes built into the pauldrons, and their helmets have like these spiked fins and like, you know, these exaggerated tusks, you know, that come out from like the jaw lines. And these are like the Doombringer Legionnaires, you know, that you've kind of heard of. And they are well trained, very tough, and you know, they're pretty badass from, you know, from things you've heard. So you approach, and they don't even, you know what I mean, like they look at you, but nobody says anything. And you know, what would you like to do? Let's say you're 30 feet away.
All right. Yeah, just like as I'm walking closer, I'll like kind of, you know, since it's getting late, I like stretch my arms and, you know, and open up my wings and like stretch those as well. And then after I finish my stretch, like I bring it back in to be like a cloak again. And just walk towards the gate.
Alright, you kind of, you know, like one of the orcs on the horse kind of walks like beside you, like 10 feet or so at your pace, looking at you. Doesn't say anything. You know, and you see him look at you, and then you see him, you know, make eye contact with the orcs at the gates. You know, and then it kind of stops as, you know, let's say 10 feet away from the entrance as you keep, you know, and you can just walk right through.
Awesome.
Is that what you're doing?
Awesome. Yeah.
Okay. So you walk through this, you know, the entrance, and it's the walls themselves. They're probably in between 20 and 30 feet thick. So you walk through like this little tunnel, you know, and then the other side, you know, you can see the portcullis. It's raised, you know, but hanging down from the ceiling about like 2 or 3 feet with these huge spikes underneath it. And the portcullis itself is made of like 6x6 wooden beams with these iron bands, you know, and it's riveted and, you know, heavy duty. And as you enter the grand city of Peleus, you just see a couple of businesses and different buildings and whatnot just there, and firelight pours out into the streets, and there are a couple of people, you know, randomly walking around, you know, but everybody's wearing cloaks and hoods, you know, because of the weather. And you know, you see a couple of signs hanging, and you've been to Peleus before, right? Like in your history or something?
Yeah.
All right, so you know, you can recognize, you know, there's like, you know, like, you know, an inn or whatever that's pretty popular for like the northern entrance, and you know, there's like a general store, kind of like right there. You know, and it's, let's say in between like 6:37 in the evening. It's the sun isn't setting, but it's close to it, and it's kind of dark because of the weather. And you know, now that's, you know, the rain is just like, you know, picking up steadily, splashing all over the cobblestone, and puddles everywhere.
All right. So, yeah, I guess, I mean, I'm just going to try to make my way towards my contact.
All right. So it's going to be...
That's really my only...
Okay. How do you want to go? Are you like trying to stick to like main roads? Are you trying to go through alleys and shortcuts that you might remember? Or like, what are you thinking?
A little bit of both. Yeah. A little bit of both.
A little bit of both? Are
like,
you trying to be stealthy at all, or are you going more for speed?
More for speed.
Okay, but you're not running?
No.
Okay, so just kind of power walking.
Yeah.
Direct.
Okay. All right, cool. Dibs, let me get a perception check from you. It'll be a regular one because it's disadvantage, but you get advantage. So.
Perception. 17 seems to be my number tonight.
Sweet. Yeah, you kind of like float around for a little bit, and you lose him just as he passes through the gate. Which he just kind of walks through effortlessly, and kind of lose him for a little tiny bit on the other side. Like amongst the different people, and then you're able to spot the cat with wings fairly easily out of the crowd. And let me get a stealth check from you with advantage.
I thought I was in China.
Okay, all right, no worries. You do notice that there are a couple of eyes on you along the parapets, like a couple of orcs and whatnot. They take notice of you being the only thing that's flying in the sky. Is there anything that you would like to do?
Just fly higher. If I think they're noticing me, I'll fly higher and try to get away from them and get a different angle.
Okay, all right, sounds good.
Just
Let me
flying wide.
get an athletics check from you, please, as an eagle.
So what is this? Airborne?
As an eagle. Do I have the eagle?
The stat block?
Yeah, I have it. Athletics as an eagle.
If you don't have it listed as a separate bonus, just go with strength. 5, okay.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, you're up there, and you notice them, and you kind of panic a little bit, and you quickly, arch your wings, and it's like you get caught on this updraft, and it throws you up, and you kind of like lose, I guess, like your balance a little bit, but and it just blows you away from the city. Let's say about 100 or so feet.
Okay.
But you're higher, and you feel that you've managed to avoid any eyes at this point. All right, so let's go back down to the ground. All right, Haji, let me get a history check from you. Let's see how easily you remember how to get to where you need to go.
Oh no.
There's a lot of buildings that are here that weren't here the last time you were here. It's the layout's different. Okay.
What will have to do that?
All right. So you're going, and it's like you find, you remember you had to travel a little bit this way, and then you had to make a right on Guggenberry Lane, and when you get there, Guggenberry Lane is not there anymore. So you're kind of sitting there.
Oh, my buddy used to live over on Guggenberry.
Yeah, and you really don't remember exactly where to go from where you are right now. What would you like to do?
Where are the people?
Where are the who?
The people.
There are people,
Where are all the people?
There are people just randomly walking around. Even though it's it's raining heavily, there's still a decent number of people out.
Like people?
I mean,
Or
everybody's hooded. You do see some smaller, not like small, but some smaller, medium-sized creatures that have smaller frames, occasionally walking around.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I wanna go up to one. Is there like a bar near the entrance to
A bar. A bar?
no,
or
like a bar. A bar, like a tavern.
Oh yeah. There was one almost right when you walked in. But
No,
you,
no,
you
I mean,
walked past that.
No, I mean like near where I'm going. Like something that somebody from the town would recognize.
Well, I mean, you go into the docks ward. There's a bunch of bars and stuff. I mean, if I don't have my book with me offhand, but if you want the name of a tavern or something by where you're going.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, there's one called the Hag Shanty. Let me write that down.
Okay. So so I go over to an orc, and in orcish, say, do you is the Hag Shanty still in the city? It has been some time since I have been here.
Let me get a general charisma check from you. Just kind of goes, fuck off, cat, and keeps walking away.
As a servant of Jalina,
Fuck
I do
off.
not think
He
that
kind of
she
like
would.
throws his finger up and he keeps walking away.
Okay. All right. Well, shit. I'll go up to one of the medium-sized creatures.
Okay. You going up to a single humanoid or a pair or a group?
Whatever I see first.
Well, you see all of that. Pick one.
You know what? I'll go up to a group.
Okay. All right. You find a group of smaller, medium-sized humanoids that are all hooded. You know, in like dark gray or whatever cloaks, kind of walking off hurriedly past you. You know.
Excuse me. Can I have a moment of your time?
Let me get a persuasion check from you.
Oh
Ooh. A female voice, you know, the group stops, you know, and you know, the one in the front, a little bit shorter than the three behind her, you know, turns. Yes, make it quick though, because it's raining.
I have noticed. I am actually considering an invention called the Hasjhad. It would be good for this kind of inclement weather.
Oh, it sounds brilliant.
It would only cost you 5 payments of 1995. And when you get a chance, just write down the number 1-800 Jalina.
Okay, hold on. Kind of like pulls out like some paper, you know, and like kind of shields it with her cloak and pulls out like a little, you know, she like kind of holds like a little vial and gets a quill and tries to open it, and she's shielding it from the rain. She's like, Hasjhad, how do you spell that?
HASJBRELA.
Brother, that's brilliant. That's excellent. And it's 1995. Are we talking like silver crowns?
Silver pieces, yes.
Silver pieces. So 1995. I'm not sure what that equates to. Is that like 114? Or no? Hold on. Is that right?
I'm not very good at math.
Oh,
but
this rain.
I know that the 19 is like, I'm not sure. I've heard it one time a long time ago, and I thought it would be fun.
Yeah. It sounds like a great idea. I mean, I'm so glad that you stopped me here in the middle of this heavy rain to tell me about this. Like, this is, wow.
Of course, of course, of course.
Yeah.
But hey, listen. The real reason that I stopped you,
Oh, oh, of course, of course.
uh, the 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 ragged hag or whatever it was called.
The Hag
You
Shanty.
say that one, yes, the hag shanty. Does that still exist?
The Hag Shanty. Which district is that in? It would be like the dock.
The docks.
The Hag Shanty. You know, it might be there. I don't really go out to the lakeside too often. Most of my business is over here, towards the north and in the trades area. But it does sound familiar.
What? You should definitely get out more. It's good for the skin.
Excuse me. What does that mean?
Sorry.
No, I'm saying it's good. It's good for the skin. If you get out more, then it would allow you to, just be able to gain some vitamin D. Being hooded all the time is, of course, hail Jelena and whatever, but,
Right. Okay. Is there anything else?
yeah, that's really it. I just wanted to know if it was still there. So how do I get there? It's been some time since I've been to Peleus, so I need to kind of know my way around. If you want, maybe you can come with me. I will shield you with my wings. Look, I have wings, and I'd like spread them.
Wow, aren't you special?
I do what I can.
Yeah. Are
You
those
know,
are those gifts from Jelena herself?
Maybe, I don't know. I have this really cool sword that when I hit things, it goes from rusty to not rusty, and then I get wings. And like I'm able to do like this really cool magic, but every time I do it, it gets worse or better. Who knows? But
You really are quite fascinating.
I try.
Okay.
So,
Well,
so
as
would
far as
you
going
be-
with you, I can't do that right now, because I'm actually, in the middle of doing something. But if you travel down this road to Jelena Square, on the south side of Jelena Square, there's a river that there's a bridge that crosses, the river. And then just follow the northern edge of that river to the lake, and you should get to at least closer to where you're trying to get, and then you can get the more specific directions from there.
Okay.
Anything
Well,
else? No.
I really
Okay.
appreciate
Praise
it.
Jelena. Thanks. Bye. And they all kind of like walk off.
She was really nice.
Dibs, let me get another perception check from you, please, a regular one.
And I
Go ahead. What are you doing?
$24.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. You readjust yourself, and then you kind of think of which way Haji was headed last. And you just kind of you notice him standing next to a couple of hooded individuals speaking, and then they walk off. But you got a lock on Haji again. Very cool.
Excellent.
Okay. All right, back at the bubble. Anything going on in there?
I don't know. My passive perception right now is 4 in the rain.
Yeah, you hear all the echo of the raindrops hitting the bubble.
No, I'm still stress making my arrows. If I still need
Stress
to make
making.
more.
Okay. Jules?
I
Go ahead.
if I look out, I don't see anything. Because I'll be doing that a bunch too.
Okay. Alright, so just kind of keep an eye out in the area. Tell you what, one of you in the bubble, let me get a d6. Or, no, not a d6. Let me get a d8.
D8?
Yes, please.
Alright. 3.
Okay. Yeah, you're out there, and no, it's pretty void of any activity.
How many arrows have I managed to make so far?
What? Okay, so how many shafts did you have? Do you remember?
Oh, no, I don't. Not many, though. I know that. Not like a whole bunch.
Yeah, because the thing is, I mean, the arrowheads you can kind of craft over without a problem. The thing was getting wood, and I remember last time you wound up grabbing a bunch of suitable branches to start making like shafts.
Yeah.
I just don't remember how many you need.
Do you want me to just roll something and
2 per long rest? Is that what you're saying, Flint?
Yeah, that's what you ruled for me. Yeah,
Only 2?
yeah, because
2
that's the
arrows?
gold amount.
Isn't it? Hold on. It's what is it? It's like 50. I think what is it? You can do 50 gold pieces worth of crafting per week. Is that right?
Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. So then, if you're doing, let's say, 40 hours, you know.
I'm just going off of what you told me. I've only been able to make 4 arrows so far between going from the bolts to an arrow.
2 per long rest. It seems like not a lot. You sure it wasn't like 2 per hour?
No, because I've only done 4.
Okay, so then 2 per long rest until further notice. We'll stick with those numbers.
alright.
I don't know where I got that from, but alright, I don't remember that. Alright, no worries. Alright, so you were making arrows. Alright, so back in the city. Alright, so Flint, Hasjhad, what are you doing? Steve? Steve?
Oh, we lost him.
He's gone forever. Again.
Oh, there he goes.
No.
Oh, okay, he's rebooting. Okay. Steve, are you back? No yet. Final quarter shenanigans. Stevie.
Shen really misses you, Steve.
Bear with us, whoever's watching. We are experiencing the technical difficulties. I can hear you guys, but no, we cannot hear you. Are you muted?
Not at all.
Reconnect. Reconnect me. You guys split the
Oh.
party.
Hey,
Hello.
it's a lie.
Hello.
Oh no.
Oh, there he goes. Hello, buddy.
Oh,
Okay, cool.
Hey, buddy.
All right. All right. So
do I
you-
hear everybody?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Then we're good to go.
Will the real Jules please stand up?
She hits.
Nope.
Hey, there we go.
Okay. All right. So after they quickly leave, what would you like to do? Steve? Hobby.
I'm just gonna go ahead and follow those directions to a T.
Okay. Let me get a quick. Let me get an intelligence check with advantage from you, please.
Hell yeah! Oh wait, I gotta reopen my character sheet there with advantage. An intelligence check.
Okay. All right. The main road that you were told to go on is this road. That you're on. So you just continue going down, probably for a good 40 minutes or so. Dibbs, let me get another stealth check from you, please, with advantage.
$20.
Okay, yeah. So you're up there, probably good. It's about an hour and a half into your transformation. And all right, so Haji, you come up on what you make out as obviously Jelena Square, and you see a massive temple that's made of like some kind of dark stone that kind of goes up. It's like a beautiful Gothic cathedral with like a massive tower that probably goes up like 60 or 70 feet, towards the back of the temple. And then there's it's kind of raised, and there's a bunch of wide steps that kind of go down, and there are lots and lots of people kind of coming in and out of this place. They're all wearing, darker robes and, whatnot. Also around the square, you see a couple of like statues, just kind of situated. They're like fountains, and these images just look like this, like these demonic, humanoid creatures with these massive wings and horns and long wicked talons, and like long pointed tail with spikes on them, and there's like fountains of blood, and they collect in these big bases, underneath them. But it looks really like artistic. It's nice, it's not like horrific, so much. It's just dark, and there's a bunch of other like little, smaller establishments that kind of, wrap around the square, and then you can see, pretty obvious on the front fascia of this temple, the symbol of Jelena. Probably good, 10 feet tall or whatever. Resting above the doors that are open. And then there are a couple different roads that kind of go out from there. And you can see the bridge, just on the southern side of the square that crosses over the river that was mentioned.
Okay. Are these statues? Are the talons roughly like as long as mine?
I mean, they vary, but yeah, some of them, they seem like they're a couple of feet long, and these statues are big, 10, 15 feet tall, and they're on top of the basins, that, 10, 15 feet wide or whatever they are, like just these big pools of blood or red liquid.
Do these statues happen to have a sword? A similar looking sword strapped to their hip?
No, none
Or
of them,
holding it.
None of them have
Yeah.
weapons. All of them are naked. You know, and you can see, you know, a bare torso. You don't see any genitalia. You know, I mean, they're like, you know, like Ken dolls or whatever. But you know, otherwise, you know, they're all naked.
Okay. All right. Cool. So, yeah, I'm just gonna follow the bridge and go on my merry way.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it's, you know, it's now like pretty dark out. You know, the sun has set. The weather is still pretty nasty, and you know, the area is decently lit. You know, with lanterns, you know, that align the streets and whatnot. You're just walking through these different buildings, and you know, let me get another intelligence check with advantage, please.
Okay.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, I mean the directions that were given to you by this woman are pretty impeccable. You know, let me get a D8 from you, please.
Yo, you know he's from the Bronx?
Oops.
Okay. Yeah, you know, I mean, you notice, you know, again, people are looking at you. You know, you are completely soaked by now, just completely, you know, just dripping, soaking wet. And you trudge throughout the city. You follow, you know, like the river, and you pass a couple of, you know, different businesses. Some of them are starting to close up. You know, some of them still open, and you know, you pass like a couple of taverns here and there, just random small like little watering holes, and you can start seeing like, you know, maybe a couple 100 feet away after another hour or so of trudging throughout the city, you can start seeing a bunch of masts. You know, all their sails have dropped. You know, obviously because of the storm, but you can see them all poking up. You know, past like you know, rooftops in the distance. You can see like masts and stuff like that, and you know you are very close. All right. For the people back in the bubble, I mean, you know, you guys are there now for 2.5 hours or so. Anything else you'd like to do? Anything special?
Not my watch anymore.
I'll take watch. It's fine. I'm making the arrows still anyway, I assume.
Okay. Let me get a D8 from you. Okay.
Alright. 5.
Okay. Yeah. Jules found a really nice secluded spot. You know, and you notice, you know, throughout the 2.5 hours that you guys have been there, whoever's looking, you know, actually now it's getting dark, you won't be able to see anything. So, yeah, I mean, once in a while you'll see like a group of torches kind of leave the city and you know, go up the road. And once in a while you might see a group of torches come towards the city on the road.
Like a lot of torches, or more like a small group?
I mean, it you know, large enough for you to see, you know. So I mean, you know, between 6 and 10 torches spread out, you know, anywhere from, you're guessing, you know, maybe 30 to 40 feet across, all the way up to maybe 100 feet.
Oh, okay. Alright. I won't do much else other than just keep a watch out. Whether or not I finish the arrows, I'll stop them when I start seeing either torches or it gets dark, whatever.
Yeah. Then what?
That's it. I just put the tools away.
Okay. Alright. So, does anyone? Do you guys want to talk to each other at all? Or are you just gonna sit there in silence?
I'm sleeping. I don't know about you guys.
I sleep. Okay.
My watch is over. I'm going to bed.
Okay. All right.
Unless there's something to talk about. I don't know.
Sleep
Shen.
over in the bubble.
I guess Shen will be like, "You guys are very quiet."
So are you, Shen. It's like your power's off or something inside your head.
I'm still trying to figure you out. All right. So we'll go back inside. So what are you doing, Haji?
Okay. So I'm looking for familiar
Your mic's going weird. What'd you say?
Going wonky.
oh no. Like uh-oh.
I hear you now.
You know, like there's thing like signs on walls and shit to
Okay.
like let them know like safety and shit.
Wait, what? Come again? I'm sorry. Safety signs?
Okay. Yeah, it's like
Road marks.
hold on. They're like marks on the walls.
Okay.
But yeah, so I always kind of assumed that the thieves guilds and things that would would do something similar.
Okay. No, okay. I understand what you're talking about now. So what are you looking for? Hello?
So
Yes.
I'm looking for
He's looking for Fido.
now that I'm like
Your mic keeps going in and out.
to the area. Yeah. Yeah.
Can you guys hear Steve?
I
It's
hear
going in and out.
half Steve.
Yeah, I hear like half of it only.
Yeah. Steve. He's gonna start getting mad and like beating up his shit again. Just fucking
I don't know what to.
Are you snoring? Are you snoring?
No, it's me.
My
Yes.
connection.
Yeah, we
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, kind of.
It's me.
Yeah.
Kind
It's
of,
only
yeah.
it's like I can only get but so much of a connection being at a hotel right now.
Okay, I understand that. So you can either type what you were saying, or you can try and say it again.
Try again.
All right, looking for familiar signs on walls.
Familiar as in like what? You see a
Like,
sign that
you
says
sign.
bathroom. You recognize that as something that
All right,
you could
fuck
probably
it.
piss in.
Whatever. No, whatever. I don't care anymore. All right, I'm just gonna.
Rage quit.
I'm just gonna walk.
Oh my god, dude! I can't hear you, man. I can't hear you.
The-
It's like, Like what I hear from you right now is the kind of stuff that you would hear from your significant other when you're fighting with them, and it's like they're trying to get something really important across, but every other like syllable is missing. So you gotta just keep saying what. That's kind of like what's going on right now. Like I feel like what you're saying is important, but I can't understand any of it. So type it out. Okay. You angrily walk towards the dock, soaking wet. All right, yeah, you make it to the docks without a problem. It's pretty bustling. You know, you can see a bunch of ships and stuff. They're kind of rocking, you know, in the wind and the waves of, you know, this heavy rain that's hitting the city. And yeah, you know, you see there's like everything over here is kind of like elevated on the docks, you know, and yeah, there are like, you know, all types of different people running around. You know, seems like there's some shady stuff going on here and there. Alright, what would you like to do once you get to the dock? Type it out.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. How the hell can your like connection be good for 2.5 hours and then decide to like just go crazy?
Second half shenanigans.
Yeah. Bear with us, whoever's watching over in Twitch land. We will figure all this out. We're dealing with an angry wet cat right now.
And then a frustrated character having to type.
Let you know after I try and connect over. I'm gonna break another mother. Oh, motherhood, don't hit back. Okay. Alright. So Dibs, yeah, you're up there. You know, and
Can I see him glitching down below? Like glitch, glitch, glitch.
yeah, pretty much, yeah. So it's
Shit,
like,
he's glitching. He's gonna reconnect.
like fizzing out and he comes back. He's so mad.
Hasjhad.
He's so mad. We're mocking you, Steve. The ring around the Haji. All right, that's like step 2. It's like, remember back in the AOL days where there was like the three connection steps that you went through. So it's like the first one is you see the square picture or the rectangular one, and then now you see the ring. And then the final step, you're gonna start hearing him say, "Can anybody hear me? Hello? Can anybody hear me? Oh, fuck this thing." Oh.
Right now he can hear you saying all that.
I hope so.
And he can't say it back.
Is there any now that you're back?
Well, I thought he was using his wing as a Hasjhad.
Yeah, that's true. But he needs an actual Hasjhad.
Hasjhad. Bear with us. We apologize.
Tonight is doomed.
We do have a dead bear with us, don't we?
Hey,
Hey!
Oh, I heard a disgruntled sigh. Was that Steve?
Yes, yes, it was.
Hey, welcome
Don't
back,
know.
buddy. How you doing?
Don't fucking break my computer again.
What? What'd you say?
Anyway, okay. So,
I
my
don't know if
my
Eric's talking to
plan that I
himself
want
or
to
there's
do
someone else talking.
was
Steve's
look
talking right now.
for signs that the
Or if anyone can hear me.
is it happening again?
Okay.
No, I hear you fine.
yeah,
But
I can
James-
hear you.
Yeah, you're good, Steve. Go ahead. I think James is having an issue.
All right.
Can everybody hear
Um,
Steve talking?
No, I just reconnected to the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can hear
okay.
it.
I'm gonna
Look-
reconnect.
Look,
Reconnect again, I guess?
I'm trying to look for signs that the Thieves Guild might have like left around the city to like let other rogues know that they are here.
Okay. Let me get a perception check. It's gonna be funny as fuck
Yes.
if you roll real low.
Alright.
My fucking screen with how I'm feeling right now.
Relax.
I don't know. Is
Take
that
it
all
easy.
here?
In with anger, out with love. Okay, you got an 18. Okay, cool. Yeah, you look around and you can see a couple of things that you feel are roguish in nature. It's a little harder to understand, because you're not familiar with like this particular, let's say, dialect. But you can recognize, a symbol that you would believe, means safe house. With an arrow pointing, kind of down and out.
Uh huh. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna follow it.
Okay. All right. This alley, it seems, is maybe like 10 feet wide at the most, and there are barrels littering both sides of it. And, down, maybe, it's completely dark in here now, so you're going on dark vision now. And let me get. Oh, James is back. Okay. Up in the distance, you can see some silhouettes of two, humanoid creatures kind of standing at maybe, like where an alley intersects with another alley. And they're just kind of standing on the corner.
Okay. Yeah, I'll approach them.
Okay. They just kind of like, they were like whispering to each other, and they kind of stop what they're doing and give you their attention. You can't, like, you could barely make out like some features, but it's really, difficult, because of the shadows that are covering their faces in the rain.
Yeah. And I'll say, I'm looking for a house with a resident who has cookies for her visitors.
All right, and what are you trying to say?
I'm looking for the guild.
Okay. Let me get a persuasion with disadvantage.
Oh. Da 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 da. Persuasion. Disadvantage. Shit.
I am sorry, I have no idea what you are talking about.
Huh.
Your cookies, if you're better off going to a bakery.
Okay. uh, I feel as though the call signs have changed. This should be right. I like look around. Hey.
You're clearly not from around here.
I landed here as a baby. But I mean, I'm from here and there. I was once a captain on a ship.
Let me get just a general charisma check from you.
Ah. Okay.
Okay.
Oh fuck. That should have been 16.
That's fine. Yeah.
I accidentally rolled it.
Hey, Captain, what was the name of your vessel?
That is a good fucking question. As he looks around the room for inspiration.
The sample soap.
The Old Spice Sprite.
What the fuck? The Old Spice Sprite.
The 3.5 amps max combined. The Sea Sprite. I like that. I like that actually.
Okay.
Monster energy. It's like you know me so well.
Ooh. Sea Sprite, eh? That was your ship.
She was.
What happened?
It is a long story. But over time, I found myself with different crowds. I find myself now with a new group of people.
I see. Yeah, you're a worshipper of the Dark Queen.
What?
He kind of like, points towards your symbol. The symbol of Jelena. He says, you're a worshipper of the Dark Queen now.
Do you worship the Queen?
When it's profitable, yes.
Then you are a man of understanding then. This is, let's say, a profitable moment.
I see. So, what is it exactly that brings you back to this area? How long have you been gone?
Quite some time. It has been many years since I have been
back to Peleus.
And what brings you here?
I am seeking passage from here to Kesman for myself. Excuse me, for myself and my crew.
Well, why come through the alleys for that? Why not go through the wharf?
Because I figure if I find friendly folk, if you catch my drift, then hopefully I can discuss a better understanding than if I go through a captain who feels they know these waters better than I.
I'm really not understanding this sea mumbo jumbo speak that you're speaking. Just be clear. What is it exactly that you're looking for? If you just request passage for you and your crew, that seems a fairly common occurrence around here. I mean, you're going about it in a very interesting way, if you understand what I am saying.
Yes, well, there is another more pressing matter as well.
Ah, there we go. Business,
one of
business,
my crew
business,
has-
business. Talk to me. What do you need?
One of my crew has fallen in battle, and we mean to find someone who can bring him back.
Why not go to one of the temples for that?
The problem is, I was able to get into the city because, well, and I like spread my wings, and I say, it is quite clear that I have been affected by the Queen Jelena. They, on the other hand, are not of a similar understanding. I have worked among people who have worshipped Jelena since before the wars, and I now work with people who do not. However, these people these people are a group that would not understand the ways of the city, and they might find themselves in the same way as our fallen crew member.
Okay, so I mean, you seem to have a lot of different things going on here. You need to book passage. You have a fallen friend. You have a bunch of other friends who are not like you, maybe.
Who would not be able to walk through the city as freely as I have been able to today.
Okay, so are you needing perhaps a way to escort your companions into the city safely? Is that what you are getting at?
That could work.
Okay.
We just also need a way to get them from here to Kesman to find a friendlier cleric of sorts to bring back our friend.
Well, I mean, okay, let me get a persuasion check from you.
Already.
Okay. Okay, well, getting your companions to board the ship that's traveling to Kesman from here. Which, I mean, it's, it's interesting, if a ship coming directly from the city, I'm sure you can understand. So it would actually have to probably be something that has paperwork saying that it came from somewhere else. How many companions are we talking here?
Well, we have the dead body. We have another member of his race.
I see.
And then there are two small ones, and an elf and myself. Oh, and the Dragonborn.
I see. Alright, so then, okay, so, okay. How much coin do you have to work with here? That will help us explore some of our different options.
How about you tell me a price, and I tell you if I have it.
Well, I'm trying to think, because it might be easier to, well, no, it really depends. I mean, are we talking like 5 gold coins total? Because if that's the case, then, Jelena be with you and have a wonderful evening. This is something that is going to require some the greasing of a few palms, if you understand what I'm saying.
I do understand. And I'll scratch. I'll deliberately scratch my face with the hand that the silver ring with the blue gemstone is on.
Okay.
Uh,
Are you trying to offer that ring, or suggest that ring is offerable?
I don't know. Do you have an interest in the ring?
No, I'm asking you out again.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm assuming it's something that, well, never mind, I won't ask any questions. Can I see the ring?
Oh, this thing. Of course. Why not? Yes.
You take it off?
Uh-huh.
Are you gonna hand it to him?
Uh-huh.
Okay. A gloved hand, kind of goes out and you put the ring in its hand. Let's see. Give me 1 second. What the fuck? Sorry. Forgive my language. I did not mean to roll 12d20. There we go. Okay. What's your passive insight or your passive perception? Both.
Passive perception is 19.
Okay. And what about your passive insight?
11.
Okay. You notice when you took the ring off, it's I mean, again, the face is kind of shady and whatnot, but wherever the eyes are, you could feel like they got a little tiny bit brighter.
Uh-huh.
And then he put the ring, and then he holds it in one hand, and he pulls out a loop. It looks like a little tiny telescope. And he hits a little button on it, and a little light kind of shines through the loop, and he kind of holds it up to his eye and moves the ring around. I think that I could probably get you on a ship by morning in exchange for this hero ring. Passage would be paid for as well, and no questions asked.
as well as safe travel from the gate to the dock for myself and my friend.
It would. Yes, it would mean getting your crew and fallen companion safely aboard the ship, heading to Kesman.
And who is the captain of this ship?
I'm not sure yet. I have to see who would be interested in doing this and what they would charge me.
Ah,
But I feel with this, it's I could probably trade this for a decent amount of coin, so it should provide some options.
well, then I give you many things.
What?
I said I give you many things.
Okay. Well, so how do I contact you?
That is a really good question. I have no idea. I did not think this far, honestly. I didn't even really think that this would work.
Well, where can I contact you? Like, where are you and your companion staying until this all gets rectified?
Outside of the gates, past the orcish tents on the outside.
Like camping in the outskirts.
Yes.
Okay, can you give perhaps a general direction, a distance, anything?
Straight.
I tell
You know what?
I tell you what. Here you go. This will probably help. He pulls out a gold coin, and that little loop thing that he has or whatever. He takes the edge of it and he scratches the coin. Just a random squiggly, whatever. It's like, if you keep this on you, I should be able to find you as long as you are within a couple of miles of the city.
Good to know. Then yes, I will take this coin and go to my friends.
Okay. Now, like I said, it'll probably be done. I want to say maybe 4 or 5 in the morning before the sun comes up, because we're gonna have to get you back over here and onto the ship, and they're going to leave just before sunrise or maybe just after. I guess depending on who it is. So make sure that I can find you. Like, stay within a couple of miles of the city walls, please. And if for whatever reason I cannot perform the task, I will give you your ring back. And maybe you can throw me a couple of gold coins for my trouble. But I'm holding this as a deposit.
Of course, I wouldn't ask of this any other way.
Okay, well, Captain, it's a pleasure doing business with you. It's fantastic to see you. I wish I could say I've seen you before, but it's fantastic to see you now. And I guess just be safe, and I will come in. I will come for you sometime throughout the early morning.
Thank you again.
Yeah, my pleasure.
And I'll walk away.
Mm-hmm.
when I'm like outside of his view, I want to take a look at at the compass.
Okay. Let me get a quick navigation or survival, your choice. Navigation with intelligence or survival.
Yep. Fuck. I'm gonna finally use my inspiration.
Okay. Okay, roll up.
Let's try this again.
Okay. From where you are standing, it is pointing like a east southeast.
Huh. Huh. Interesting.
So like more east than southeast. I think I'm doing that right. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, I think that sounds right.
Okay. I will follow it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk in that direction.
Okay.
I've got a few hours
Sure,
to
sure.
kill.
All right, so you're doing that. Dibs, let me get a perception check from you, please. A regular one.
Holy shit.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. You've been able to, keep track of Haji with no issue whatsoever. There was even times when, you kind of like dipped into a dark alley, and you saw that he interacted with a couple of hooded humanoids, and then after short conversation, walked out, and you can see him starting to travel easterly in the city. Okay. All right, Haji, as you continue to follow this thing, let me get a perception check from you, just a general one.
Okay.
Nice.
24.
Okay. So are you just like kind of holding this compass out, like in front of you, and just kind of following it?
Not necessarily out, but uh, like a kid playing a Game Boy walking down the street.
Okay, so somewhat casual.
Yeah.
Let me get a sleight of hand check.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, there's a couple of times when you think somebody is paying a little too much attention to you, and you nonchalantly just kind of hide it and keep going and whatnot, and traveling for, let's say, a solid hour, going like east along the river, and then it kind of starts going southeast.
Uh-huh. Okay.
All right, just keep following it.
I follow it.
Okay. After about another, half an hour or so, it puts you just outside of a large temple of. Let me get a religion check.
Darn. My... Oh no.
You get the feeling that this is a large religious structure of some sort. It's definitely not Jelena, but you can't really make out what this church is dedicated to.
I'm gonna walk in.
All right, you walk in, and this is a beautiful temple. It's not as large as the one of Jelena, that you saw, or whatever, but it's still fairly impressive. The architecture is a lot older, and there seems to be some remnants of damage that have been repaired. You know, and inside here there is a big like a dragon motif. There are like the walkways in between. Let's say the pews. Are like scales. And behind the altar you could see a large, let's say a 25-foot tall by 25-foot wide, statue of multi-dragon heads that are coming out over this altar. And yeah, so there's tapestries and mosaic art and different statues, all of different types of like dragons.
I've seen this before. I've seen this before.
You have?
Yeah, as Hasjhad. Remember the lizard folk people
Okay.
followed.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, it looks very similar to that, but it's been so long you can't think of the name off the top of your head.
Okay. Are there any priests?
Yeah. You see, all different types of, people in here, and they all have the dragon theme. The priests, they're all wearing armor. Either chain or heavy.
Yeah, I walk up to one.
Okay.
And excuse me. My party and I have come across this very interesting compass, and I find that it has brought me to your church.
All right. This will be a tiefling male. Wearing like heavy chain armor and a tabard with the multi-headed dragon on the front. A mace and a shield on its back.
And he says,
He's looking at you. I'm sorry, I have brain farting. Okay. Are you sure it's the compass that's bringing you here and not the will of the Dragon Queen herself?
I mean, if it is the will of the Dragon Queen, who am I to question the will of the Dragon Queen? Who is she again?
Is this a test? And he kind of like points towards your symbol of Jelena. It's on, things wherever it is.
Oh, this no. This is something I found to be able to get into this city safely.
Oh, really? Where
Yes,
are
I
you
used to
coming
live.
from?
I used to live here a long time ago, but I don't anymore, and I was scared, so I got this, and I have these too, and I take out the mask.
You take out the what?
The mask.
Okay.
But so I know some lizard folk from like way down south, and they follow your Dragon Queen as well. I don't remember her name, but it has been so long.
Tiamat.
Like, yes, Tiamat. I don't believe they ever told me that, but yes. So this is the Tiamat Church, and yes, they are my friends. The lizard folk that follow Tiamat.
So I guess I am a friend of the Dragon Queen as well. I also have a son that is a dragon. So that is kind of a thing. Maybe the Dragon
Kind
Queen
of
was
like tilts his head. You can tell he's like inciting you and he's listening. He's like, it's very interesting.
yes, yes, yes. So my son is a dragon, and I came to here. Well, no, I came here too because I was following uh, the compass. If I'm being completely honest, but yes, now I am here, and maybe you can help me find my son. But no, but first I want to know what this compass is. If that is okay with you, I
I
do
mean,
want to disrespect you.
I mean, I personally am not too keen on the identification of items. If this is something that possesses a magical quality, um, the Ministry of Tarragon is. I mean, we do have a couple of arcane casters with us, but I'm sorry. Who are you again?
I am Hasjhad. Hasjhad Lumkuda.
Hasjhad Lumkuda. Oh, okay. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure
Uh,
to meet you as well. What is your name?
my name is something I do not have prepared right now. So I will get that to you next session. But so yeah, he gives himself it's a title, Dragon Knight something, you know. And it says we'll figure out exactly how we can help you. Um, this
Do
is
you have a
interesting.
person that can like bring someone back from the dead that has been dead for like, let's say, I don't know, 2 weeks?
2 weeks is a decent amount of time. Usually 1 week before things get extremely difficult. So, I mean, it might be possible. Everything is possible if put enough coin.
How much coin are we talking?
For more than 2 weeks, a lot.
I mean, how much is a lot? Maybe I have it.
How much do you have?
I don't know. How much are you asking?
1,000 gold for a resurrection scroll? I don't think so. That sounds
Jesus.
cheap. That sounds cheap.
Without taxes.
Well, resurrection's only 1,000.
Really?
Yeah.
Why did that seem so cheap? Is that resurrection specifically?
Yep.
No, that doesn't sound right. I'm tripping.
It's completely right.
What are you giving me a price for?
Well, Jules says it's right, so that means it's right.
No. Are you doing that just based on rarity, or are you going off the same magic item prices?
Neither. I'm going off the spell price.
What's the spell price? Where is that listed? Amazing Resurrection at 9th level spell?
No, true resurrection is.
7th level.
7th level. And a resurrection
Yeah,
to
it's
do it?
1,000.
It's 1,000.
Okay.
Yeah. Check chat.
Be a 7 diamond. Oh no, that's the component. Okay, let's see. I gotta find out how much they charge for the spell. I mean the scroll. Bear with me. I'm looking at my phone. My screen is teeny tiny.
By the way, can everyone hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
Yeah.
I can hear everyone
I do
but
not hear you.
Haji.
Okay, I have a price. Okay, so the 7th level scroll is $25.60. That's the price that I see. And that's off the same magic item price. Alright, and then there's a 1,000 gold piece component. So that's going to be $35.60.
Or you can use. Oh, don't show math. I want you to copy paste.
Don't show him that. Don't show him that. Alright, so resurrection 7th level. Okay, alright. And that'll handle it. So he says 5,000 gold coins.
How about I? Okay, so you follow a dragon queen.
The
The dragon queen. I have a dragon son. Clearly, I am not cut out to be the father of a dragon, or mother for that fact. Maybe if I told you the location of his egg, we can work out something better, more doable.
How about you bring the egg here?
Oh God, I have been trying to get that egg. It's like impossible, man.
Well, I would assume it would be very difficult to acquire this egg from its mother.
Well, it was no. Okay, so I am its mother. Okay, so here's the thing, right? I found it at the at like a fortress of these like really scared goblins. I think they were scared because we were killing them. I'm not really sure, but all I know is I found it in like a barrel, and I kept it and took care of it.
I see. Anything else?
And now I cannot get to it because every time I try to get to it, something else ridiculous happens. So I figure I tell you where it is, and you and your Dragon Knight buddies can go over there and get yourself an egg. My son. His name is Sparky, right, by the way.
Okay, well, I mean, the offer does sound very appealing, but I rather the person who would provide the scroll is interested in coins specifically. It's just the rules they have set up here. I mean, if you had the dragon egg or a young dragon or hatchling, I mean that's obviously quite different. But for us to, not that I don't believe you, I mean, but for us to expend the resources to try and travel to a location that you're hinting at in hopes that it's still there and then it's even in a good condition, and I mean it's a lot of resources for something like that.
If I'm being completely honest, I am actually scared about this myself. I care about my dragon son very much, and I want to know that that the orcs that are pretty much surrounding it have not affected him in a bad way.
Well, I mean, if you want to give us that information, let me get a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Oh shit. 10.
10. Come on. What I get? Oh, close. You know, I would need to like seriously think about that and consult my elder dragon knight, and this isn't something that I feel comfortable making a decision on right this second. I'm sure you understand.
I completely understand. I too would, be wary. Uh, especially if I, was a follower of basically like the greatest dragon in all the land, and then I was offered a dragon like out of nowhere. Uh, but I'm like really serious. Like I really want my son to, have a good life that I cannot offer him. But I get it. But why did the okay? So here's the thing, right? When my companion was holding this compass, it was pointing here. When I was holding the compass, it was pointing here. Why?
Well, it's either broken or it's not broken.
It is not.
Like I said, I mean, we do have some, a few individuals who are more specialized in enchantments and arcane objects and oddities. Um, it's I mean, they might, be interested in speaking to you about it, sometime. But I mean, it is a little late for business like that to be discussed at this time. Um, being that it's about 10 o'clock in the evening or so, in game and in real life, and so we'll have to pick this up at another time. So, you split the party, man.
I did.
You split the party. All right, but it's all good. All right, so just let me make notes. Okay, so Divs is a giant eagle super spy. Haji is in Temple of Tiamat, speaking with Tiefling Dragon Knight Priest. The rest of the group is in the bubble. Okay. And it's 10 p.m. in game. Heavy rains and wind. Alright, so then you would have. Okay, so Dibs, James, I guess it lasts for 4 hours, so you would be using your second one, okay?
Okay.
So let's see. So Dibs on second wild shape. Okay, so we'll do that. All right. So today was interesting. Good game, everyone. You guys made some progress. You are in or around the fallen city of Peleus. You have Haji inside, wheeling and dealing. You got Dibs over and above, and then the rest of everybody else is in the bubble. It's kind of late, so I know James, you got to run. So let's do your quick shout outs, and then we'll jump on to Steve, and then Tyler, and then wrap it up.
All right, yeah, DND420.com. We're making several new shows right now. We're in the midst of a world building DM, Be a Better DM season of my DM podcast. So that's been a lot of fun to record with my good friend Eric M. Hunter. DND420.com. Go click on stuff.
Awesome. Very cool. Stevie, you're on vacation. You wanna give you a quick shout out?
I wish I was on vacation. Uh, yeah. I am, of course, Steve. I was the dungeon master for oh god, Magic and Misfits. You can check out old Magic and Misfits episodes on YouTube, as well as follow our Facebook at facebook.com/Magic and Misfits. Yeah.
All right, keep quick. And then Tyler, you want to tell us about your game tomorrow?
Oh yeah. Tune in tomorrow. Same channel for the Relics of Chaos, where DM Eric and Shen and a couple other people through. I have no idea what's going on anymore. But it's fun. Eric gets to play, so that's good. And it's a grand old time.
All right, cool. Yeah, and that starts tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Twitch.tv/the D20 Initiative. Show us some love over on Facebook, facebook.com/the D20 Initiative. And we're almost at 100 subscribers on YouTube. Almost. Last I checked, I think we're at like 93. So jump on YouTube, type in the D20 Initiative. It's going to tell you it's wrong. Do it anyway. And then look for the little gnomish dude. Click on that, hit subscribe, like our stuff. We have 2 different campaigns that are going up. Usually we do weekly. I'm a little behind right now. Then we also have a How to Play D&D 5e series that we're working on. There are 2 videos out right now, and there is a lot more stuff to come with that. And I do stuff up there once in a while for like making maps with Incarnate, and we got a bunch of cool stuff. So come show us some love. Thank you so much for watching. Good game, everybody. And is it Wednesday yet? Yay! Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.